Hello everyone, I'm Ronald Mehta and welcome back to Digiate.com, a platform where we make life simple for management students worldwide. In this video on the subject of retail management, we are going to cover the topic on buying function. The video on the buying function relates to the role of the retailer as a buyer, which entails sourcing of goods from other manufacturers and other suppliers. The video also throws light on the buying cycle and other consideration while making a purchase. And finally, the video also takes a stab at Walmart and Nike and how much of their success can be attributed to their perfect buying cycle. Let's start with a brief introduction on the buying function.
The basic role of a buyer, in this case the retailer, is to find, evaluate and select merchandise for the retail store. In this process, the retailer needs to cultivate sources for which suitable merchandise can be secured for the retail organization. To do this effectively, the retailer needs to answer these questions. First, what to buy, then when to buy, how much to buy, where to buy, and finally, whom to buy from. Now moving on to the buying cycle. The buying cycle starts with determining the requirement of the product that needs to be stocked in the retail stores. This is followed by the process of selecting suppliers. Having determined the quantity that needs to be purchased and suppliers to source it from, then it needs to move forward to actually placing the order. The person who is to take buying decisions for a retailer organization must be aware of the consumer needs and wants. An understanding of buying process is necessary. Apart from this, a clear understanding is also necessary of what products are actually selling and where. An interaction with the sales staff is also needed, as they can offer valuable insights into why a particular product is selling or not selling. External sources of information like surveys conducted, magazine and trade publications and association are other sources of information. Ultimately, the information thus gathered needs to be analyzed, and this analysis forms the basis of the sales forecast. Now moving on to the factors affecting the buying functions. Starting with the first one, size of the retail organization. The size of any retail organization majorly affects the buying function. How big is the retailer? Is it a small operation with a single e-commerce website? Or is it a major retail conglomerate with stores worldwide and websites in every language? In case of a small retail outlet, the owner might take this responsibility. However, as the retail organization expands, its business product management becomes more complex and the number of people involved in the buying function will grow. Moving on to the second factor, that is separation of duties. Separation of duties is common in mid-size and large retail operations. Often, buying, planning and selling may be separate tasks and responsibilities for a variety of reasons, from security to specialization. When the same person is not taking care of all three parts of the merchandising equation, that is buying, selling and planning, retailer needs to consider how that could impact overall merchandising efforts. However, in case of small retailers, all these duties are assigned to a single person. Thus, it's crucial that retailers take into account who is doing what at their companies. Number 3. Shopping channel. Another key consideration of merchandising is the shopping channel. Nowadays, consumers have a number of options when it comes to how they want to shop. Online, through television, in-store, via mail catalogs, etc. While retailers should offer all these options to customers, it's important they have the merchandising strategy in place to support this initiative. On the other hand, web-based initiatives can be executed in near real time. Now moving on some examples of buying function. First, Nike footwear. Nike sources footwear from 191 factories located in about 14 countries. Virtually all of the footwear is manufactured outside of the United States by 15 independent contract manufacturers which often operate multiple factories. In 2021, contract factories in Vietnam, Indonesia and China manufactured approximately 51%, 24% and 21% of total Nike brand footwear respectively. The company has also manufacturing agreements with independent contract manufacturers in Argentina and India to manufacture footwear for sale primarily within those countries. The next example of Walmart. Walmart commits to sourcing about $10 billion worth of Indian-made goods each year by 2027. Stating India is continuing rise as a global hub of manufacturing, Walmart in 2020 announced that it will triple its export of goods from India to about $10 billion each year by 2027. The sourcing will primarily entail developing hundreds of new suppliers in categories such as food, pharmaceuticals, consumables, health and wellness, general merchandise, apparels, homeware and other key Indian export categories. Walmart has also sourced goods from India for more than 20 years, supporting local suppliers to help upgrade their operations and meet international standards. Ultimately, India is already one of Walmart's top sourcing markets with annual exports worth about $3 billion each year.
So that's it folks, this brings an end to the topic on buying function. These are the list of sources and links referred to for the content in the video. Thank you.